Hello, Carrots here. Welcome to episode 16 of the Isla Paradiso bunch. We've got the same crew as before, with the addition, of course, of the baby boys, Bertie and Benji Butler, the plant sim babies. We begin at their home lot at Surf Circle. Hayley's bachelorette party has just ended, and Meryl is still enjoying the music by dancing on her own. Josephine, wearing her sleepwear, is across the room. Now we're going to Diver's Den Island. This is the island that Judy found when she became a level 10 scuba diver. I've sent Diana there to open the treasure chest that we found on the island. In it, she discovered 1,200 simoleons, some gold, some iron, palladium, and some silver. This island has a 64 by 64 lot on it, but it's mostly underwater. A very small part of it is on the beach. We're going to build a resort on this island. They will manage it and turn it into a 5-star resort to reveal the 7th island. However, it's still snowing in winter time, and I don't want to start building until it's spring and all the snow has gone. So we've got to fill in a little bit of time in the last few days of winter. So I decided that I'd send Diana to the Winter Festival to practice her snowboarding skill that she hasn't tried to do at all yet. So here we are at the Winter Festival, and Diana is doing some snowboarding. Pretty picture. We won't be here for long. Wow, she's really learning some snowboarding quickly. Not that she's done it before. I wouldn't like to be doing that. Get to have a little bit of a closer look at what she's up to. Oh, wow, I bet that hurt. She's getting up. Hurt the back a bit by the look of it. Looks like she's going to continue on and have another go. Yep, up she goes. There's a ladder there. She's going to climb up that ladder. Those taxis are stuck in the background. There she is, heading up the top of the ladder. Back to have another go at snowboarding. I guess it was her first fall. Before, you got to get up and have another go, haven't you? We'll just watch her for a few more seconds as she has a bit more fun with the snowboarding. This is her go at being a winter sports person. Now we'll go back to their home lot at Surf Circle, where Sam is practicing his athletic skill. He's got a way to go yet to top the athletic skill. Working on his other skills helps him advance in his career, but I think he's already at level 10 in his career. Hello, upstairs, and Maria Azul is haunting, and of course Josephine's a coward, and she's taken one look at the ghost and fainted. Diana and Sam seem to be quite happy to see Maria Azul's ghost. Sam's gone off somewhere. Diana's just going to stand there and watch, while Josephine continues to lie on the floor. Here we are, she's up. I wonder if she'll faint again when she realises the ghost is still there. She's not looking in that direction. She's feeling very determined. She's not going to faint again, so she won't look at the ghost. That should avoid another fainting spell, hopefully. Well, Mia Azul's had enough of a chat with the baby, and she's heading off somewhere. She might be going to do a bit of haunting elsewhere. Up the steps. Fancy going up the steps. Being a ghost, she could just go through the furniture, or she could even just float up through the floor. But no, she went through the furniture okay, but she chose to go up the steps, just like a regular sim. Oh, she's just jumped into her elixir bottle. She's going to haunt that for a while. I've turned on the background sound that came with the game because it's haunting and it can't sound too much worse than it normally does, so let's hear the haunting while she haunts that elixir bottle. The cursor was just pointing to the bottle that's being haunted. It's bouncing around there on the shelf. Of course, she stays there for absolutely ages. I won't leave you watching it for the whole time she's haunting. We'll head off and have a look and see what somebody else is doing in a minute. to get the resort profits. They already own that hideaway resort, Hobart's hideaway resort. So Diana is up there making a snowman, and Meryl's going to fix Stella's bathtub. And then she'll probably make a snowman as well. Interesting to see the types of snowmen they make. I can see a classic snowman they've already made. And there's the Cackling Natcabel gnome there, the witch gnome, and the gnome of autumn there beside the bathtub. Meryl's heading off somewhere to find a good place to build a snowman. And there's Sam up on the landing that's above there. That's really the roof of the entry to the downstairs part. He's building his snowman up there. That's where Meryl likes to go and paint. And they've got a telescope up there as well. So he made a classic snowman. No, is that a classic or an evil? It could be an evil snowman he's made there. There's classic snowmans downstairs. They've got a broom. The evil snowman up top, he's got a trident. And there's Meryl. She's made a classic snowman here as well. It's near the hot coals. No one's walking on the hot coals. It'd be a good time to do that in the middle of winter, maybe. Here's Josephine and Hayley having a chat near the babies, and Stella's gone over to check them out as well. Somewhat later, Sam has gone off to the beach, I think. We'll go and check out the beach anyway. I think he's working at a different beach this time. That beach, there he is, standing in the middle of the beach, ready to survey the beach, looking for drowning Sims. But this isn't the usual beach that he goes to. And that houseboat in the middle there, on the right-hand side of the screen, I think it is just stuck. It's been there for ages, and it's not moving, and the water's not lapping around it properly. So I did have a go at resetting it, and that made the water move around it better, but it didn't move. It's just still stayed there. I think it's one of those stuck houseboats. Probably one of the things that's causing me so much lag in this game. One of the many things that are causing me problems. It's a nice little scenery view of the view from the beach that Sam's working at today. If I knew there was nobody on that houseboat and there was no occupied urns or tombstones in there, I'd delete it. Meryl is going to Diver's Den Island to help build the new resort that we're going to build, so they can get the 7th island for running a 5-star resort, or for creating a 5-star resort. Only problem is, of course, it's snowing, and I don't really want to be building a resort when there's still snow around. I've started though. There's the foundation and a set of steps. I'm going to think of something for Meryl to do while she's there. And I think the perfect thing would be if we could just get at least one of every different type of snowman discovered in this game between now and the end of this particular winter. She's standing in the middle of their foundation just thinking about it. I've actually added a shower on the beach as well, just one of those public showers. And that's all that's there on this lot at the moment. Back to the beach where Sam's at work. He's having a swim. Doesn't look quite as cold there at the moment. Maybe it's warming up a little bit. Could be the end of his shift as well. Oh, Vader has just decided that he's not doing his job anymore. Sometimes he forgets what he's there for and he just goes and has a sunbake or a relaxation on a towel or something when he should be there guarding the beach. He's getting faster coming in and out of the water. That's because he's got to the top of his career. As they get further and further up their career, they move through the water a lot faster. Later on, we'll get him in the winter. Summer comes and there's lots, or spring even, and there's lots of townies on the beach. He'll obviously be rescuing more. There'll be several of them drowning at the same time. and he's going to have to be run off his feet trying to rescue all 35 that he needs to rescue to get the 8th island, which is to get to the top of the lifeguard career, which is already done, and rescue 35 Sims from drowning. I wonder if that boat's just going to stay there now. It's gone. Excellent. There's not many on the beach, but there are a few on the beach today. There weren't any on the beach last time he went down to work. He still goes there every day when he gets called, but he only gets called every second day. I think it's about 3 or 4 days. I think it's 4 days a week that he works, so it's probably 2 consecutive days that he does go to work. The other days are off, and that's when I usually get him to do his athletic training or charisma work. But this is a different beach, as I said before. It's not the beach that we've had him on. There's houseboats around here, and there's no rocks at the end of the beach like we had previously at the other beach that he was working on all the time. You can see there's a road off in the distance with the taxis running along it all the time. There's a couple of Sims just standing there and one swimming. Back to Diver's Den Island and see if... Yes, looks like she's been busy. There's the shower that I've built. She's got a snowman that she's made. Now she's going to have a shower. And that's the money to build the resort just arriving. It's still coming in from a few episodes ago when Jeannie went and consigned a lot of produce at the various humble harvest stands around town. She only knows how to build a couple of snowmen. I want her to learn to build them all. That could be a little bit ambitious. We'll see what happens. There's not much there at the moment. Let's go back to the beach for a minute or two and see what's going on there. Oh, he's giving somebody CPR. He must have rescued that Sim. Either that or the Sim just wanted CPR and decided to lie down and say, "Oh, I can't breathe. Please give me some CPR right now." So he's busily, looks like they've come to. Now he's going to take this opportunity maybe to get to know this Sim better. Maybe they could become friends. He needs more friends to get higher in his charisma skill. And it's a perfect way to make friends. Rescue people and give them CPR and then chat to them until they become your friend. I see there's still plenty of icicles on the roof just behind Sam, where Sam's standing there. So it can't be too warm yet. It's just it doesn't look like there's as much snow around as there was. It's still a few days before the end of winter. Look, there's somebody drowning. Hopefully Sam will... Oh, he's out there. He's already rescued them. They've got their floaty thing. And now Sam's coming back to the beach. Now let's go back to Diver's Den Island and see how Meryl's going with her building of the snowmen. Looks like she's got an alien snowman. That's that green one. It's an alien snowman. And there's an evil snowman, 2 evil snowmen and an alien snowman so far. I wonder what she's going to build next. Of course, being an evil Sim, I've watched her jumping on and destroying the snowmen that other Sims have built and cackling while she did it. Wonder how she'd feel if one of the other Sims jumped on one of her snowmen that she built. I bet she wouldn't like it. Another evil snowman. Go and check on Sam at the beach again. Not say, oh yeah, that's Sam there. He's finished his shift, going home. He's still talking to that Sim. And there's Judy playing in the sand. That Sim he was talking to is the one he was talking to before when he had to stop to go and do that other rescue. Let's go back to Diver's Den Island and see how Meryl's coping with the snowmen. She's building another one. You might notice sometimes that when we go back to this place that there are less snowmen than there were the last time we were there. That's because I've been up to a sneaky trick. I grabbed the snowmen and I put them in their family inventory, and they stay there as snowmen. And you can put them other places later on if you want to, because if you leave them just out on the ground, they will melt. See, she jumped on that snowman earlier. I didn't actually get a video of her doing it, but that's a snowman she destroyed earlier. And here's, I think it's Craig that's come over here this time. I sent him over to help her build snowmen. Then suddenly the game whipped me away from this island where they're building snowmen back to their home, because there's Judy getting abducted by aliens. Oh well, that happens a lot. Let's get back to Diver's Den and watch the snowman construction. So we've got a Grim Reaper snowman there as well now. And there's a classic snowman and quite a few evil snowmen. The ones that are missing so far are the hockey player and the tragic clown. There's 6 snowmen altogether. There's 4 different types there at the moment. Classic, Grim Reaper, Evil, and Alien. And the 2 that we're missing are the tragic clown and the hockey player. Now, Josephine's turned up. She's a coward, among other things, and a hot-headed coward. I'm hoping I might be able to get her to build me a tragic clown snowman. They're really hard to get because your sim has to be very sad. And I think as a coward, and it's getting dark, she's probably frightened. And what I actually did to encourage her to make a tragic clown for me was I dragged several of her needs down to the red zone. Not all of them. I didn't want her to die. I just wanted to make her sad so she'd build me a tragic clown snowman. I did that to a few of the other Sims as well, but I thought if I get them all very sad, somebody will surely build me a tragic clown snowman. But as you can see, I'm not having any luck so far. They're building everything but a tragic clown and a hockey player. I think they need to get back to work. There's not much snowman building happening there at the moment. Craig and Meryl are chatting to each other, and Josephine's just standing there when she's not floating around being the genie with her little light on, floating in the air with her arms folded. I've got Judy building snowmen over at Plumbob Island. I think Jeannie might be there building them as well. And there's a hockey player. Judy's done the hockey player. Look at that. See the hockey player snowman? Back to Diver's Den. We've got a lot of snowmen there now. I think I ended up with about 70 of them in my Sims family inventory. I got a bit tired of picking up snowmen and putting them in the inventory. But I took them from this place and they had to rebuild them all a couple of times. And I also took them from Plumbob Island and I took them from their home lot. No idea what I'm going to do with them, of course. But there's a lot of snowmen in their family inventory. Pretty much in the middle of that platform that they're building on, there is a pile of a smashed up snowman. Now, I didn't get a video of it actually happening again, sorry, but I saw Craig demolishing it. And it was one that Meryl had built, and she was not happy. She kicked up quite a little hissy fit when she saw him breaking her snowman. It's okay if she jumps on other people's snowmen, but she doesn't like hers being broken, unless she breaks them herself, which she does, of course. Maybe she just wasn't so worried about the snowman being smashed up, but rather her missing out on a chance to smash it up herself. Down at the bottom of the screen you can see Josephine. She's got a hungry moodlet, so she's obviously not feeling very happy at the moment. I hope that means she might be making us a tragic clown snowman. Sam just made another Grim Reaper by the look of it. It's just to the right of where Sam is standing, where you can see that smashed up snowman that he smashed up before that I didn't show you. Look, it is. It's a tragic clown. We've got one. Josephine now knows how to make a tragic clown. Once they learn how to do one, then you can actually tell them to make that particular snowman. But until they learn it, they just can't make it because you don't get that option in the menu when you say build a snowman. So now we can tell her to keep building tragic clown snowmen all the time. Well, not all the time, but we can get them whenever we want one. When the snow, I think I've got snow turned off in my game at the moment, along with rain and hail and fog. Turned it all off. And a lot of snowmen there, but that's where we're going to build the resort. That's actually the foundation for the resort. And she's still hungry. Maybe I should let it have something to eat now, or drag her needs back up to the green zone, which is where they were before I dragged them down to be able to get her to make a tragic clown snowman. It looks even more tragic when it's melted. Oh, look, there's Craig smashing up another snowman. I don't think that's the one that... Oh, yeah, it is. That's the one Meryl. Look at it. She's going off at him. She's not happy. He broke the snowman. Or maybe she's the one who demolished that other one in the middle. Don't know. Sometimes I get confused. But I do know that that tragic clown snowman, I've had one in the game before years ago, and it looks so much more tragic when it starts to melt. Not when it's melted completely, of course. If you just can get it when it's just that first stages of melting. It's sort of bent forward and everything's all floppy and broken looking. Well, we've come to the end of this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, especially if you enjoyed the snowmen. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye for now. Carrots out.